morning, all of you outside. This is the Forestpod again. This time still lying in bed and dreaming and thinking about the desert in Morocco. I had good luck and I got an invitation from Hafid. I will go with my cousin Marlon in the desert in 3 days. So we start on the 11th. We will take the plane from Vienna to Marrakesh, and we took the cheapest plane. So we will travel without luggage. I will take with me maybe just a headlamp and a toothbrush. My smartphone for making more videos and maybe a podcast with Hafid. And I'm curious about Marrakesh and the Zagora desert because I have been in Morocco long time ago with a friend of mine, Gu. And we had a short adventure trip at this time. We went from, I think it was, I don't remember the flight, but we went to Melilla. And from there, with the cab, with the taxi, from Dunador to the real Morocco. And I couldn't imagine what happened there. So every corner I saw, any cell I saw was new for me. So this was a really amazing experience for me in my young age. And I'm looking forward to see more of this beautiful, colorful country. So once I was lying in my bed like I do now, and I was thinking, so Manu, what you gonna do in the next months when the winter is coming and it's getting hard to live in a tent in Europe. So there was no hut I could move in the Apuseni Mountains, and I don't want to stay in Austria. I don't know why. So while I was thinking this, suddenly I got a message from Hafid, and he was talking about donkeys, wild donkeys, eating all the plants in the oasis, so that the nomads have problems with the donkeys. And he also says that the government is not taking care of this problem. And while it was pretty cold outside, so it had about 12 or 14 degrees at this time we connected, I thought, how beautiful is this? You get an invitation from a guy you changed experience with because he's doing sahara-trekking tours. And we had contact maybe a year before the summer in the Apuseni Mountains. And he asked me, Manu, how were the horse riding trips in the Apuseni Mountains? And I said, Hafid, I didn't do any because the horses were hiding in the cool area of Kea, and I couldn't find them. They came out in the morning and the evening to visit Gabi and Isabel, but I was always too late or too early, so I nearly couldn't see them. I did some digital marketing, I said. I did a tourist analysis for the Casa Bunicilor, And that's what I did in summertime, and I trained 2 horses, I said. Wow, that sounds very great, Hafid said. So that's what we would need also here. Some social media marketing, some tourist analysis, some people who take care of the marketing and digital stuff. So I thought, wow, what a chance for me, Manu. You got an invitation in the desert. So I was worried a bit in the beginning because I don't know how the rights are for women in Morocco. 25 years ago, it didn't look very good to me because I grew up as a free, open woman, and it's very hard for me to keep my mouth shut, let only the men talk, and don't share my opinion and attitudes. So suddenly also my cousin called me and said, yeah, I come with you to the desert, Manu. Don't worry, I love to be in the desert. So it is good luck that Marlon is coming with me to the desert. But I think even if I would have come alone, nothing would have happened to me because I think then Hafid would have taken care of me. And then I start reading about the nomads and the Berber and the long history, and that these people were like the Celtic people, believing in a sun god and female gods and fighting for freedom and free life. So there's a lot influence happened also in Morocco. So I'm curious about the history, what Hafid is telling me on the campfire in the desert. And I'm not worried at all. I'm just looking forward to see the wide surrounding and the calmness of the desert. I'm looking forward to stay there overnight and see the stars in the sky and have this feeling of this, I don't know, what does it feel to sleep in the desert next to the camels and the goats, and maybe they have some horses I can really ride very fast through the desert. I'm looking forward to the colorful life there, to the clothes they wear, and the minimalistic lifestyle of the nomads. I'm curious about the water and if there is less water as we have in Europe. And I'm also curious about the argan trees. So I heard about the argan trees. They are very special trees which have roots until 40 meters to get their water, and they have a lot of green leaves so that the goats jump on the trees and look like they are living in these trees. And from the fruits, they make a special oil, which is very healthy, and it's anti-aging. Maybe it can help me a bit, because I want to have a long life, and I have a lot of adventures left I want to see. So this is what the Forestpod is doing right now, planning the trip to the desert. But I don't need to plan anything because I don't take anything with me, and so it's very easy to travel. Because when you don't have anything with you, you can't lose anything, right? And you don't have to worry that your luggage get lost and that you have to wait because of a luggage. So our flight will go from Vienna to Brussels Then we have 2 hours stop there, and from Brazil to Marrakesh. And if you ask me if this is okay for me that I go with the airplane, I tell you yes, it is. Because my whole year I didn't drive a lot with my car. Most of the time I walked barefoot in the forest. And I sold my car, so it is okay for me to travel once in a year with the plane. Because it's not better if you go any short distance with the car. So that's I want to answer, because I heard about, is this okay for you as a Forestpod that you go with the airplane? Yes, it's okay for me, because I don't do this every day. I don't remember when I had the last flight. I think it was with my children when we went on holidays. So it's a long time ago. So if you want to be part of this desert travel, if you are interested in nomad stories, exchanging experience about healing methods, then you need to stay tuned in the next weeks, because I think I will have more time for the podcast now. And we will see how I like the camels and they like me. So the Forestpod is still growing, even if I'm very, very lazy, and I'm very, very busy also with my German tutoring. So I'm now autark. I can live everywhere in the world with my income, with my online income. That's what I planned, I think 5 years, and now it worked out fine. And a new lifestyle happened to me. I'm free now, working from everywhere in the world, getting up and laying down when I want. And it's a very, very nice free feeling. So thanks for listening and stay tuned. Bye bye.